Hey everybody, I'm severely Mame. Today I wanted to show you how I made some special peep show sconces for my new bathroom. So, I mentioned in my last video that my partner and I were taking over our apartment that we shared with a roommate, and with that we are redecorating and making the place a little bit more ours. In that process I've been able to start things a little bit before they move out, but the bulk of it you guys will see as it kind of happens. But I wanted to show you this one project that I've already started. So in our bathrooms we have some sconces that are probably original to the house. Maybe they were replaced at some point. For sure the glass on them is a little new and something that you can still buy. And I know that because I accidentally knocked one off the wall right when my partner's roommate moved in and shattered it, and I bought a replacement. So what I'm showing you is just an easy project that I hope you can do in your vintage home to give it a very fun feel. Now, I said in the intro that it's going to be a peep show light fixture. So what I did was I took these glass pieces and I make them so that when the light shines through you see a figure of a nude woman. Now, when I came up with this idea, I got really excited about it because our bathroom is all pink and like pinup and fetish and bondage like imagery. So I thought this would be a great little surprise for when the lights got turned on. Now I've done the ones for the bathroom already, but I have one more sconce for our hallway, and I'm going to be doing that one to show you guys exactly what I did. Now, the like pinup and like peep show motif was really big in the 40s and 50s. You can get all kinds of different things, especially novelty items, like salt and pepper shakers, ashtrays, glasses where when you look at it from one side, it's a dressed woman, and when you look at it from the other, she's nude on the inside of the glass. So I was taking inspiration from these vintage novelty items and making something new for this house that will be just really fun to have as like turning a normal everyday item into something a little more exciting. So the first thing I did is I'm going to take down my sconces and measure the area that I'm going to be putting my pinup girl. So this, when I did them, for the bathroom, they're going to be on the front. So I measured it and I had about, keeping distance from the hole where the piece that holds it on is threaded through, and then a little bit from the top. I have about 5 inches of space in height and about 3 inches in width for my lady. Now, I've got the measurements all figured out, so then what I did was I knew exactly what I wanted. I wanted to have a silhouette of a pinup girl to then cut out in white vinyl and stick to the inside. So I did the white vinyl so that when the light isn't shining through, you don't see it as much. And because it's vinyl, it's pretty thick and will create a shadow when the light is on. So I found some like imagery and ideas online, and then I thought, let me check Etsy, see if there's someone who actually already makes these silhouettes so I don't have to go through and figure it out. And when I say I mean my best friend Cheyenne, because I don't know how to do computer editing things really. As you can probably tell from the like graphics and my video editing skills, that's not my forte. But I searched on Etsy and I found a file that you could, like, was an instant download. I think it was about $3. It was maybe even a little less, and there was 24 or so images that you could choose from. There was 2 that I immediately liked. There was about 4 or 5 that I really liked, but my partner helped me decide on the 2 that we were gonna do, and the next thing was I just chose them and got the files and sent them over to my friend Cheyenne. Cheyenne has a Cricut. I do not yet. I imagine someday I will probably get one because Cheyenne uses it for so many of our projects. So she has got the white stick-on vinyl and had these cut out on the Cricut. Now if you don't have a Cricut, there's probably a couple of routes that you can go. Call up your friend with a Cricut like I did. There might be a way to get an Etsy seller who probably cuts things out of the sticker vinyl to do it. Or you could do the hardest method of trying to hand cut these pieces and see how that goes for you. I have hand cut meticulous things in the past, so it's something I would have done if I didn't have access to the craft cutting machine, but Cheyenne saved me a lot of time and effort, so I was able to do it very quickly, and I had 4 of them done. Now, when you're doing your design, if you're designing it yourself, you've got to remember, since it's gonna be on the inside of the glass, it should be done in reverse. Now, to me, I have these 2, which you'll see lit up later. I have them done facing opposite directions, so it didn't matter which side I put them in because they would always be facing opposite directions. So I didn't have to flip my designs or anything. Now, if you have a design that is going to need to read a correct way on the outside, make sure to flip it so when you stick it inside, the stickered side is able to touch the correct part of the glass. So, after I got now this is white on white, so you probably can't really see these, but they're like little figures of ladies. They're all one piece, so I don't have to do too much work to transfer them to the inside of our glass. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, now that I've got my pieces, is I'm going to clean the glass so it is nice and fresh, no dust or anything like that, to stick to the inside of the sticker and make it harder to stay on for a long time. Now, you don't have to clean the outside of this right this second. You can wait until you're done handling it a bunch, and then I'm going to let it dry for a second, and while I do that, I'm going to get my stickers ready to come off of the paper. Now, I did the bathroom sconces with the girls here because I wanted them to show through from the front. Now this one's going into our hallway, which, it's narrow, so you're not gonna be looking at it dead on as much, and I have 2 stickers left, so I'm gonna be applying them to the sides, so when you're in the hallway, from either side, you'll be able to see one of the girls. So I'm gonna want them facing forward, so I've gotta double check which one is best for them to go on. I think this one will go here, this one will go here. And I have a little extra room to play with because I had them cut shorter for the front. So I've cleaned my glass and I've let it dry. And the next thing I'm going to do is peel up my stickers. Now I have long nails that are kind of pointy. I just got my 30s manicure with the half moon. So this might be easier, or it might be made harder by that. We shall see. I did not have my nails done. Oh, there we go. So you're going to want to peel up your stickered vinyl. And now you can kind of probably see her a little bit better because with the pink of my dress. And I said I wanted her facing forward. So this side facing me is sticky. So I'm gonna have to put her here. So what I'm gonna do is just lay it down. And before I make any placements, I'm gonna kind of judge a middle for where she's gonna go. I want her to be floating somewhere in the center. And I'm going to start by sticking down her feet and moving up the sticker to make sure there's no bubbles. Now that was very simple, and I'm actually very happy with how that placed on the first shot. Now, it's not always going to happen that easy. If you realize it's sticking and you don't like it in the like how it's falling, you can unpeel what you've put on, but you haven't gotten a ton of shots. But because this is sticker vinyl, if you decide you hate it completely and you don't want peep show lights, you just pull them off, throw them away, whatever. Or if you cut extras, you'll have a little leeway, but you've got to be a little bit careful. I'm going to do this next one close up. So this side has been done, and you can kind of see a little bit of a cast of it through the white. So now I'm going to need to do this side. First thing I'm going to do, again, is peel off this sticker. Now this one has two long pieces in the design. So what I'm going to want to do is pull from the top so that they don't get like stretched out or anything or ripped when I'm doing that. Now sometimes if you bend this waxed paper, it's easier to remove. And yeah, just pull it off slowly so that way you don't have to worry about it ripping too much. Now these are already trying to cling to each other, which I knew was going to happen from doing the last set. So what I'm going to want to do is turn this on its side so that already stuck together again. So I need this down on the table so I can apply pressure to it. Let's judge my amount of space here. Now these are the same height, so I know that it fits nicely. And I am going to start on the center of her body with this one and make sure her feet are kind of in the right angle for her to be standing. Now, I might have actually turned that one a little too far. Let's see. So I want to stick this, kind of make sure the body is flat first, and then the arms, and come down with the bat. I think it's a coat that she's holding. I'm not 100% sure. Now, that might be shifted too far over to this side. Let's look at it from the outside. Like I said, you can kind of see I have a little bit of room where the curve of the glass is, so I might actually take her off and try and reapply her just a little bit closer in so this isn't so close to the edge, because it is very, very close to the edge right here. Now, if I don't think I can get this off without ripping it, I'm just gonna leave it and live with the imperfection like I often do with many of my projects. Now, like I said, this is just, oh yeah, I think that this is gonna mess up the sticker. So I'm just gonna have to live with kind of how she landed in there. So you can kind of see them with just the light shining. But what I'm gonna do next is clean off the outsides. And after I clean off the outsides of these, I will show you how they look lit up. Just taking some glass cleaner on a paper towel, getting all of my fingerprints off of the outside. It is kind of impossible to not leave fingerprints on something like this. And now it's time for the big reveal. Now, that was very simple and I think extremely effective. Let me know down below if you would do something like this in your house. Now I have the two for the bathroom, which I did not show you how they actually looked in, but I will wait on that until I show you all how the whole bathroom makeover went. Now, I've been filming that one as I go, and that should be coming sometime in August once I've finished the room. But right now it is looking really good, and I'm super excited about it. So these lights will make their debut in that video. But for now, I am super happy with the results. I think that this is something that kind of anyone can do, because even if you don't have like a Cricut or things like that, there's so many people on Etsy who sell cut vinyl, stickered things, that I think that this would be really simple to reproduce even without a Cricut yourself. Now, you don't have to make the peep show version of these. You can make them with whatever you want inside. I think just the idea of taking the white sticker vinyl and sticking it to the frosted white glass will hide it well enough when the light is off, and then give you something fun when they turn on. Now, as you saw in that video, I used the red light and the white light to show you what it looks like. That hallway is so small that it's in. We often use color. We have the bulbs that link up to our phones, and we can change whatever colors, because we don't always need brightness in there, but it's nice to have a little bit of fun color, especially with these new Peep Show sconces. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like this video. If you are new here, please subscribe, and you can follow along with all of the strange and fun things that I make for myself, my home, my partner. I have so much fun making things, and I'm so happy I can share it with all of you guys. If you like what's going on here, you can follow the link below to my Patreon, where you can contribute to me making videos just like this, while getting exclusive content that's not seen on any other social media. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next week.